Chicago just revolted against Mayor Brandon Johnson after he increased the property taxes by 100%. 100%. And this move is so unpopular that even the woke left has turned on Brandon Johnson, and they're now disrupting and shutting down his events. I'm going to show you guys.
Welcome, everyone. Check in. When I say check in, I mean go ahead and you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel. I am the mental chiropractor. My name is Tezra. I am here to help you realign your mind so that you can truly take back your power and plop yourself back down into the driver's seat of your life so you can drive your life in the direction that you want it to go and not in the direction that they will have you to go. So get comfortable. What we're going to do today, we're reviewing, I'm looking at Brandon Lehman's, give a shout out to him and his YouTube channel. Go over and check out his YouTube channel and become a subscriber because he gives some very valuable, poignant information about what's going on out there in the political world and a real assessment, not what the legacy media wants you to believe and how they want you to shape your perspective or your mindset, because we know that we are here to liberate ourselves from the mental shackles that the legacy media has placed on our minds. So, and if this content resonates with you, please do not forget, one little flicker of your finger means the whole world to my channel. So subscribe and like this video to help the algorithm of my channel. Now, let's get into it. This is Brandon Lehman. Like I said, he is a YouTuber. Go on over and check out his channel. Listen to what he says about Brandon Johnson, the illustrious whatever sub-level mayor, that paralegal that they call him, that's his moniker or a part of it. I don't know how to say it exactly, but anyway, Brandon Lehman is going in on Brandon Johnson, and I'm here for it. I'm here for people waking up and breaking out of the mental imprisonment. So let's check out what Brandon Lehman is saying about Brandon Johnson.
Guys, that in this video. And finally, in light of Mayor Brandon Johnson's hyperfixation on bankrupting Chicago to pay for illegal aliens, he's conjured up some brilliant ideas to resolve the city's billion-dollar deficit. And his ideas are so disastrously stupid and inconceivable, even J.B. Pritzker was against them. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, but we have to start with Mayor Brandon Johnson getting protested and shut down on his own home turf. A conference about racism.
Mayor Brandon Johnson. Mayor Brandon Johnson.
We're still giving conferences about racism. See, this is the thing about these politicians and the thing about these activists. They know that in order to continue to fill their pockets, in order to have money still being funneled to their bank accounts, that they need to entertain the narrative that appeals to the people. They need to still speak to the people of their victimhood. They're still leveraging that. They are still leveraging the victimhood narrative so that they can still be relevant or they can still be popular. Because you hear all the cheers, but soon you're about to hear the jeers. But you hear all the cheers, you know, at this racism conference. Listen, racism is a frequency. And if you want to continue perpetuating the racism, stay on the frequency. If you want to be a victim or an experiencer of racism, stay on the frequency. Racism is a frequency. If you want to not experience it or not have it be a part of your life, then shift your frequency.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Let the man speak. Let the man speak. Let Let the man speak. 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 Let the man speak.
Brandon Johnson is the most notorious race-hustling politician in America. He has a talent for furthering racial division, for comparing everything to slavery, for blaming all of Chicago's problems on white supremacy, even though it's run by a black man. And his
Do you see the idiocracy in that? Blaming all of Chicago's problems on quote white end quote supremacy. And I keep telling y'all about that term. Stop using that term. When you use that term, you're only giving it life. When you use that term, you are consenting to it being true. There is no such thing as white supremacy. The only thing that can make it true is you believing in it. You're using this label because when you use it, you are saying that this person is superior or supreme over me. So I want you to understand exactly what you are doing and exactly what you are inviting into your life when you use these words so freely. White supremacy is basically saying that this person is more supreme and more superior than I, that they are indeed my oppressor. So don't use these terms because you think that, oh, I am, outwitting or I am empowered by calling these people this horrible name or this horrible label. No, it's not horrible. You're actually putting someone above you. And if you are putting any human being above you, then you are indeed making that person your God. So be careful about using the labels that are given to you like white supremacy. Be very careful about that. If you're going to use it, you need to know how you're using it and what impact it has on your life.
His abysmal 6% approval rating was propped up by appealing to the plights of people who are perpetual victims. So a conference about racism and white supremacy is where Brandon Johnson would usually be getting showered with praise and applause. But now it's no longer fun and games when your property taxes just doubled. And would you guess?
Yeah, it's no longer fun and games because people are waking up. And the one way to get people to wake up is to hit them where? In their pockets. So quote black end quote people, y'all are going to understand. Y'all are going to learn that when people come to you talking about this and talking about your situation and talking about being the voice for you and talking about fighting for you, you got to be very leery. Because 9 times out of 10, those people mean you no good. They know that you are easy prey. They know that you are a victimhood mindset person and that you feed off of the victim narrative. And so they can feed you anything as long as it reeks of the victim narrative. Brandon Johnson is one of these people. So before your property taxes were being doubled or increased by 100%, oh, y'all are all for, y'all are all just lapping up what Brandon Johnson is saying. Brandon Johnson ain't do nothing different. Brandon Johnson has seen you or deemed you no different than he did before he did the property taxes increase. Now it's just undeniable. It's just in plain sight, in plain view for you to actually really see it and wake up to it. Be careful of when people are fighting for your limitations. That is a very dangerous game to play. That is where true racism is. When people are fighting for your limitations, as if saying, because of the way you look, you do not have the potential to live the life that you want to. Like all odds are stacked against you. That is what they continually have you to believe. And then you're sitting back and wondering, why can I ever get ahead in life? Because look who you're looking to in order to forward your progress or looking to for your upward mobility. It's people who are digging the hole deeper for you by continuing and perpetuating the narrative of limitation for you.
last who got hit the hardest by "I'm a proud black man, black supremacist, stand in solidarity with black people, Brandon Johnson's tax increase policy"? You guessed it. Black people. Take a look.
Well, people have gathered here tonight at Harmony Community Church here in Lawndale as they're trying to light a way to fairness with this bonfire and discussion tonight. Many homeowners across Chicago receiving a hefty property tax increase in the mail, and they're all wondering where that money is going.
How can you maintain your home if your taxes are constantly going up?
Homeowners in Lawndale are searching for answers together tonight about their property tax hikes. Community leaders partnered with the Lawndale Christian Development Corporation to host this bonfire, allowing neighbors to discuss their options. The group discussed a number of solutions for the issue, including an effort to propose new policy, which would be modeled after California's Prop 13. That would limit property taxes to 1% of assessed value, with annual increases capped at 2%. Homeowners are also frustrated because they feel like they're not seeing the tax hikes lead to notable investment in their neighborhoods.
There's been a divestment in this community for the most part, but it seems like now that people have found an interest in reclaiming the neighborhood, now it's like we're being taxed for prosperity.
So here's the problem all socialist politicians run into, even black socialists like Brandon Johnson. You take out a whole bunch of debt to spend money you don't have. In this case, it's on infinite free benefits for illegal aliens, and then you say, it's okay, I'll pay for all of this by taxing the rich, obviously. And when those proposals don't pass city council or state government because they would have disastrous economic consequences, the shortfall and the burden always falls on the working class. So while Brandon Johnson pretends to stand for black people, wants to see more black excellence, wants to see more black home ownership, wants to see economic revitalization in black communities, wants black people to keep their homes and not be subject to gentrification, what does he do to pay for his unwavering commitment to illegal foreigners? Doubles the property tax burden on black people. Listen to this lady at a recent Chicago City Council meeting give Brandon Johnson the most vicious tongue lashing you have ever heard.
Okay, what y'all are about to see gave me so much life. Oh my goodness, because it shows that we are waking up, that the quote black in quote people are starting to wake up and actually realize what being quote black in quote black means. This lady right here, oh baby, she let Brandon Johnson have it. And she's speaking for the collective that are living in Chicago, because like I said, they are beginning to wake up. So as Brandon said, Brandon Lehman, as Brandon Johnson pretends to be for the quote black in quote people. You know, he's into black power and black excellence. I already told y'all before on one of my other videos, I'm not sure which one it is that is a frequency, that is a vibration, and it's a very low vibration. So I would encourage y'all to stop touting this, to stop wearing the t-shirts, because nothing of a high vibration is attached to that. All of it is very low vibrational. All of it is to prove to the others, so to speak, that I am valuable, that I am worthy. It's all to show and prove. You don't got to prove nothing to nobody. This is what I'm saying. Once you do your work, you do your inner work within, and you realize your own worth and your own value, you ain't got to say one iota. It reeks off of you, drips off of you as soon as you step into a room. Everybody knows. You ain't got to wear a t-shirt that says black women. What's the last t-shirt I saw? Black women do the most or something, or black girl magic, or black, that anything that's labeled black is of low vibrational frequency when it comes to human beings. So be very careful and very wary of continuing to use this label. But let's go ahead and let this sister rip in to Brandon Johnson, rightfully so. Go ahead, girl.
You to stand up with us and do a press conference with us. When you gonna do it, black man, Brandon Johnson, since you're fighting white supremacy? All these black people said they reached out to you. That's a black man right there who want to get his kid, black man, since you so family oriented. Where can we get a press conference with you and these black aldermen? Can we get y'all to stand up with us? Because you're not really about that life, black man. See, it ain't about that. See, you a communist, you foreigners, and you a foreigner. And see, you communists and socialists think that we're going to allow you to come in Chicago, where the true citizens born and raised here, and we're going to let a foreigner from Elgin come in and destroy our city? You thought that, right? It was fun. It was fun and games in the beginning. You thought that was going to happen, black man, but you got black women that's going to make sure that it don't. And the white man that's so racist, we got the white man that's racist, the ones helping us. So all this racial and division talk, black man, do something that's really destroying our community. Stand with us with the crime, black man.
Did y'all hear what she said? I actually want to go back and hear that again, because it's worth it. It's worth a repeat. Did y'all hear what she said? Let me see if I can get it right. Hold on.
From Elgin come in and destroy our city? You thought that, right? It was fun. The ones helping us. So all this racial and division, it was fun and games in the beginning. You thought that was going to happen, black man, but you got black women that's going to make sure that it don't. And the white man that's so racist, we got the white man that's racist, the ones helping us.
Did you hear that? And that's what it is, people. This is where Umar Johnson comes into play, because Umar Johnson, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's like, yeah, I don't want any quote white end quote people's money. I don't want their help or nothing, because he knows if they come into play, oh, the shit is going to get done. He is going to have to answer. But as long as he continues to just be siloed by the quote black end quote people, then no, he ain't gonna have to answer for shit. He can do things all upside down, sideways, and bonkers, and nobody is going to. They're going to question him, but not like really forcefully question him to like back him into a corner. People who really want to get something done, they don't care what level of melanin is in your skin. It don't care. It's all about actually getting the shit done. And people like Brandon and people like Umar, they continually to prey on quote black end quote people, because it's easy. All you got to do is speak victimhood narrative and you got them in the palm of your hands. This lady right here, oh, she is getting him all the way together, and I'm here for it. Let's continue.
So all this racial and division talk, black man, do something that's really destroying our community. Stand with us with the crime, black man. With the violence going on in our community, black man, all the abandoned buildings, the money that y'all stole that never made it to our communities, black man. Stand with us with that, black man. This is what you can do. Get rid of those illegals that you spent all that money on, and put those resources in our community.
This is why I find it so incredibly intellectually dishonest when people like to claim that black conservatives like myself are selling out black people. People like...
Okay, y'all, get ready. This is my other favorite part. This is what lets me know that we are waking up. Divine, the truth of the era of truth, of divine truth is here. And there's nothing that can stop it. The era of divine truth, of the truth being revealed, of people waking up out of their slumber is here. What Brandon Lehman is about to go into is exactly where the mindset needs to be in order for, quote, black, end quote, people to find their freedom, to find their power, to find their voice, to realize that they don't have to rely on no party, no political party to provide them a comfortable, cushy life to live. Listen to what Brandon is saying. And what he is saying is exactly the recipe for people to live their lives that are independent or that rely or has to rely on any government. Listen to what he says.
me preach that black people can achieve anything in this country and our skin color is
Sorry. And also, what he says is directly adjacent to what Charlie Kirk says as well. Just keep that in mind.
that black people can achieve anything in this country and our skin color is not a barrier. I preach being refused to be seen by pretentious white virtue signaling liberals as second class, as being too dumb to obtain an ID. I preach accountability and personal responsibility.
Did you hear what he said? Too dumb to retain an ID. Because the Democrats were saying that it is racist for Atlanta or Georgia to require voters to get IDs. So Democrats are basically saying these people are too dumb, they're too incompetent to go get IDs, but therefore they should not be disqualified from voting. Y'all want to know who the real racists are? All you got to do is open your eyes. All you got to do is lift the veils that the Democrats have put over the eyes. If y'all want to know who the real racists are, take off the lenses. Take off the Democrat lenses and listen to what this young man is saying. Then you'll find out.
Responsibility for your actions. I preach prioritizing intelligence, respectability, out black people. People like me preach that black people can achieve anything in this country and our skin color is not a barrier. I preach being refused to be seen by pretentious white virtue signaling liberals as second class, as being too dumb to obtain an ID. I preach accountability and personal responsibility for your actions. I preach prioritizing intelligence, respectability, dignity over embracing destructive gang culture. I advocate for black people being able to exceed and thrive on their own merits and not needing an infantilized, offensive system that lowers the bar for us because of our skin color. I preach
DEI comes to mind. Why would anybody want a job that has lowered the bar just so you can be employed? See, the people who promotes this, the people who advocate for this, are the people who do not empower said group of people. They want to keep, quote, black, end quote, people in the same demoted positions. So therefore, because they are not able to get jobs outright, we got to lower the standard and create a special program for them, even though they may not necessarily qualify, even though they may not necessarily be skilled for it to the level that is required, but we're still going to give them a job anyway. Because we support, we want them, we're a champion for them. No, you're a champion for the limitation. You're a champion for the continued perpetual enslavement of the mind. That's what you're a champion for. But y'all are being found out. Let's not even get into Epstein. Let's not even get into Epstein, Hakeem Jeffries, the Senate woman. We're not going to go there. Not yet. Not on this video. But make sure you subscribe to this channel because we're going to get there. Yep. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and put on the notification bell so you'll know when session's in. Okay, let's continue.
Embracing the opportunities afforded to us in the greatest country on earth that our ancestors lost their lives fighting for us to have access to. And then you got fake black solidarity, victim mindset perpetuating black Democrats like Mayor Brandon Johnson, who's basically on his hands and knees pushing the ideological and cultural agenda of elite white liberals. He's so committed to illegal aliens receiving infinite free welfare that he's putting the obligation squarely on the shoulders of the black residents in his city who are struggling to get by. Today, he just gave a speech in Chicago for Trans Day of Visibility. How does mass illegal migration and transgenderism benefit the black community? He is unwillingly conscripting black people into this intersectional army to fight against the system. But black people since 1965 have been part of the system. But that's why he wants them to adopt the victim mindset. The more he wants them to believe that there's this serious cultural and social justice fight that they need to be a part of. He wants black people to remain mentally enslaved on the Democrat plantation and not think that they're equal citizens of this country. So black people will come and fight cultural battles that are specifically against their best interest by emotionally blackmailing them and saying, well, if you don't stand up for the illegal aliens, if you don't stand up for the transgenders, well, they're going to come for you next.
Okay. And he said it. And you know, it's funny because I had got into a conversation with someone about DEI, and then, you know, victimhood mentality to people. What they told me was that, well, you know who benefits the most from DEI is white women. It's been white women. White women are the ones who benefit the most from DEI. So, upon which I posed the question, then why aren't the white women the ones that are most vocal about it? Why are y'all out here in an uproar about it? If white women benefit the most from DEI, then you're really truly fighting for them, are you not? Why don't you see the quote white end quote women out here fighting and yelling at the top of their lungs about the dismantling of the DEI system? Where are the white women? Why aren't they in the forefront? Or if they're not in the forefront, why aren't they right behind you? And the only people that may be in the forefront of this is maybe like a Jessica Welch, but she fights for your limitations. So she's not out there to help you. She's just as deranged and demented as well. She has a mental psychosis as well. She's only digging your hole deeper. So I'm going to land this here, but this video is a powerful video. And I encourage you to watch it in its entirety. It's a powerful video because people are starting to realize, they are starting to realize the extent and the level of the being hoodwinked and bamboozlement that has been going on. And the people that you thought were for you or fighting for you are actually the people who have been keeping you in the hole and their foot on your head so you can't get up out the hole forever. I'm not going to say since the inception of the political party, but it's been a long time. It had evolved into something else. They figured out that they can keep that lush lifestyle and keep that big fat bank account replenished as long as they keep y'all in victimhood mentality. All right, my name is Tezra. I'm the mental chiropractor. I'm here to help you realign your mind so that you can plop yourself back down into the driver's seat of your car and drive your life in the direction that you want to go and not in the direction that they will have you to go. So please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next session. Stay and be empowered.